Hey guys, Brady here with your daily tennis lesson. Talking today about the pros and cons of hitting down the line. We're specifically looking at the forehand side today. I'm going to start with the cons of this shot, all right? First and foremost, I think if you guys just look at the dimensions of the court, hopefully you recognize that the net is lower in the middle of the court than it is out by the single sideline. It's actually 6 inches higher out by the single sideline. So, if I'm choosing to hit down the line, I now have to add 6 inches of height to my ball just to get it over the net. So I'd say that's definitely a con. The other kind of major con for me is the length of the court. If I'm hitting down the line, I've got 4 feet less court to land my ball in before it goes out than I do cross court. Just simple geometry here, and I'm not a math whiz. But hitting cross court, you've got 4 extra feet of depth in the court to land your ball in. So hitting down the line, I need a higher ball just to get it over the net, and I need it dropping quicker to keep it in. So those two things, are really eye-opening in terms of hitting down the line. The last kind of con, and it's a little less kind of significant, I guess, but if we look at the majority of shots coming into our forehand, you guys, a majority of them come from cross court. So to hit down the line means I'm taking a ball that's bouncing a little bit on a diagonal, and I'm having to change the direction of the ball by playing it down the line. Whereas if I went back cross court, I'm hitting right back through the ball on the same line that it came to me. So hitting down the line off of a cross-court forehand that got delivered to me is a little trickier because of the direction change I have to make on the ball, okay? With that being said, we do not want to shy away from hitting down the line. So here's the pros on this shot that I think still make it a ball that we've got to use a lot. The first being that we don't want our opponent to get too comfortable with our style of play. If we know that it's safer to go cross court and all we do is go cross court, most opponents aren't going to respect that we're actually going to hit down the line. So they'll tend to camp out over in their forehand corner and have an easy time handling that ball, not having to move too much. So we want to show our opponents variety going down the line, okay? The second factor here, the second pro of going down the line to me is always that, I am really looking to pick on an opponent's backhand unless it's just significantly better than their forehand. I always feel much better about going into most players' backhands simply because it's a little more of a restricted shot. There's a little less ability to escape trouble, I feel, with the backhand than with the forehand. So playing my forehand down the line to a right-handed opponent is going to have me hitting into their backhand, okay? So I'm going to go back, just hit a couple balls down the line. Again, you guys will see that I'm having to work my ball a little bit higher than I would going cross court. And I've got to understand that the court's definitely shorter, but it's kind of a nice idea. Knowing I have to be so accurate to hit it well down the line is almost this fun challenge. Where cross court, I know I can just kind of throw it out there and I'm probably going to make it. This down the line ball really grabs my attention, which is a nice feeling to have, okay? So here we go. Okay, so all of those thoughts in terms of the pros were on my mind. I don't want to think about the negatives. I want to know that the net's higher. I want to know the court's shorter, but I don't want it to make me nervous because at that point, if my swing gets tight, down the line's a really bad option. So know the cons, but focus on the pros in terms of hitting down the line and have that be a weapon for you, okay? So that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please click like below this video, and if you happen to be watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks, and we'll see you guys soon.